The stillness of the morning sky was reflected in the lake below, untouched, serene. But beneath the calm surface of the water, a wave was about to stir, a wave that would change everything. In the hearts of men, something far more profound than fish was about to be caught. And little did they know, the lives of these men would never be the same. These men, Simon and Andrew, were no different from the countless fishermen along the shores of the Sea of Galilee. They worked long hours, their hands calloused and worn, casting nets into the water day after day. They were looking for fish, but they were about to find something far more valuable. Something they hadn't expected, but deep down, something they had always been waiting for.
Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
And just like that, their lives were turned upside down. They didn't hesitate, didn't look back. The call was simple, yet it echoed deep in their souls. Follow me. But why them? Why these two men? Just fishermen on the shores of Galilee. There were no trumpets, no fanfare, no special signs to indicate the greatness of the call. Yet, when he spoke, something in their hearts stirred. And it wasn't just Peter and Andrew. Jesus moved on, walking further down the shore, and found James and John, sons of Zebedee. Brothers, just like Peter and Andrew, casting their nets into the sea. There was nothing extraordinary about them either. Just fishermen, just men. But their story too was about to change forever.
Follow me.
They too followed, and just like that, the 12 disciples were born. 4 fishermen out of countless others who would leave behind their boats and nets and become fishers of men. But what was it about Jesus that made them leave everything they knew? Their families, their livelihood, their homes? It was a voice, a call, a promise.
Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean.
I am willing. Be clean.
The miracles didn't stop. Everywhere they went, Jesus healed the sick, made the blind see, and the lame walk. The disciples, though full of awe, were just beginning to understand the magnitude of the man they followed. It wasn't just about performing miracles. It was about revealing the nature of God Himself, compassionate, loving, and powerful. Jesus was more than a teacher. He was a savior, a healer, a bringer of life. Jesus didn't just heal, He taught. And His teachings were unlike anything the disciples had ever heard. They were profound, simple, and yet utterly transformative.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
With each word, He opened their eyes to a new understanding of the world. A world where the last would be first, where the humble would be exalted. A world that wasn't just physical but spiritual. Jesus wasn't just changing the world around them. He was changing their hearts.
Master, we are going to drown.
Quiet, be still.
And there, in the midst of the storm, the disciples saw something more than just a miracle. They saw a glimpse of His divine power. Who was this man who could command the wind and the waves?
Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey Him.
It wasn't all easy. The path was not always clear. There were moments of doubt, moments when they didn't understand what Jesus was doing, moments when they even questioned his intentions. But one thing was clear: no matter how much they understood, they could never walk away from the man who had changed everything. Their hearts were hooked. The extraordinary had entered their ordinary lives.
You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden.
The teachings continued, and the disciples listened, absorbed, and learned. Jesus was preparing them, not just for the present, but for the future. He was making them the leaders they were meant to be. They would soon learn that following him wasn't just about witnessing miracles. It was about living them. It was about becoming the light of the world, showing others the way, just as Jesus had shown them.
Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. The law says she must be stoned. What do you say?
Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. Neither do I condemn you. Go now and leave your life of sin.
In this moment, the disciples saw the full weight of Jesus' compassion and mercy. He didn't condone sin, but he didn't condemn either. He offered forgiveness. He offered grace. The days passed. The miracles, the teachings, the moments of doubt, all of it was shaping the 12. They were no longer just followers. They were becoming witnesses. They were becoming leaders. But they still didn't understand the full weight of what they were being called to. They were about to embark on a mission that would test their faith, their resolve, and their very lives.
The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Pray to the Lord of the harvest to send workers into his field.
The time had come. The mission was set. The disciples would soon spread the message of Jesus, healing the sick, proclaiming the good news, and doing the impossible. From fishermen to apostles, from followers to leaders, the 12 were about to set out on a journey that would change the course of history. Ordinary men with an extraordinary calling. They didn't know the full cost yet, but they would. And as they looked out over the water, they could only wonder what was next.